Again, if we can continue to speculate, it will be interesting to see if he is allowed to go into the mansion itself or whether he will be stopped short of it.
That's a good question.
Remember, there are people there in that mansion, and I don't think law enforcement wants any kind of siege to take place. Then again, it is possible he may have said on the phone, all I want to do is see my mother and children, and then I will surrender. So that is also a point for speculation, too.
It's hard to say what in the world is on his mind at this point.
That's right.
Mark Ludner apparently has information that is exactly where he's going, or at least that's the feeling at the LA Police headquarters. Mark, what are you hearing?
Well, we understand that he turned off the 405 freeway onto Sunset. That's a route that we've been taking for days now because it leads, if he went west on Sunset, toward his own house. It also leads to the murder scene, which was the home of Nicole Brown Simpson.
Mark,
that may be where he's going.
Mark, it appears now he's turning into his own home.
There are people staked out on the corner. Now they're running after the car. It appears that there are reporters. There are already police cars in place there. As near as we can tell, there are the satellite trucks, so obviously he's going home. There's no two ways about
running right
it.
Past the news crews that have been there throughout the week.
He's making a turn right into the driveway.
Familiar driveway we have seen all week long, and we don't know if his mother is possibly here at his home.
That might be another option. Have you heard anything more about where his mother is? They're coming up to the car right now.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is he telling him to get away?
Let me tell you what I can see. We've just turned the corner.
There's a police officer.
Pulling someone away who was inside the property.
Total chaos here.
Get down.
Motorcycles, black and whites, people running around, officers getting out of their cars with their batons, people running, they're keeping our cameras away.
We got to remind you really quickly, this is a live picture. We have no idea what is going to happen here, and apparently there is a weapon, there is a gun, so bear with us. This is live television.
They're not letting us get up close enough to actually see what's going on with the naked eye, so you have the best viewpoint from the
behind that Bronco. There's apparently a marked police unit with its lights on. Officers appear to be have their guns drawn, and they are standing behind their police cars. They're pulled up behind the Bronco. If this shot would widen out, you might be able to see it's underneath that tree right there in the upper left-hand part of your screen. And we have so far have not seen anyone get out of that Ford Bronco.
Some officers have their guns drawn. The one officer who was standing on the porch did not appear to have a weapon out. Somebody came up to that driver's seat. Presumably that was Al Cowlings, O.J.'s friend, the man whose car that is, and he pushed him away.
Exactly. We understand that Al Cowling is still inside this car also, along with...
Nobody's gotten out of the car. The flashers are still on, and it appears to be parked. Tinted windows, so it's very difficult to tell what's going on inside.
We understand now that was O.J. Simpson's son who came out to the Bronco and was pushed away. And we're getting these reports in and passing them along to you immediately. This is a live picture. O.J. Simpson inside that Ford Bronco with his friend. And he has been on more than an hour-long drive to his own Brentwood mansion, and he had been demanding to see his mother, and he is holding a gun on himself.
3 of the networks are now reporting that somebody has already been hauled out of that Ford Bronco by police. Of course, the speculation, there are only 2 people in that car. They believe it was either O.J. Simpson himself or this Al Cowlings gentleman, the friend. I just saw them pull in. There was somebody in the driver's side, no, and I don't think we ever lost our bird's eye view. But again, we want to let you know what other news organizations are saying, but that would explain why he was so adamant to get him away. He just didn't want anything to happen. If that's O.J.'s son, those kids have been through so much already.
Right. They now have such a touchy situation on their hands. This is at O.J. Simpson's Brentwood mansion. He is in that Ford Bronco, the white car you see in the center of your screen. You see the long line of police cars parked out on the street. They are trying to contact him or have him in contact by cellular phone.
That cell phone apparently also leading them. They're pleading with him to come out. You see the officer seems to be reaching for a weapon. I can't really tell, but supposedly now, and this explains why the path was so clear, LAPD claiming that they knew he was going to the Brentwood estate while CHP, California Highway Patrol, was indicating that he was headed to Cerritos. One would think if the children might be there, the mother is there. We just don't know.
A good possibility, and that's what he had been demanding, to see his mother. Again, he wrote 3 letters, one to his mother, one to his children, and one to a friend, which we have already relayed to you, the letter in its entirety. And again, this situation gets more and more tense as the minutes pass. There is a police car pulled in very close behind that Ford Bronco. There are officers all around the property right now. Some of them have their weapons drawn, and we are waiting to see what's going to happen.
LAPD seems to be at this point the only police officers I can see around the vicinity. We had indications earlier that there was a SWAT team on alert, those types of things. Whether those people are now into play outside here, we really don't know. Again, they are saying somebody has been pulled out of the car, but Rob, I'm like you, I never did see that happen. It pulled in, the boy rushed over, he was pushed away
by somebody
basically, and it was from the driver's seat.
And then pulled back by a couple of officers.
As soon as he got far back, who did not have weapons drawn at that particular moment. That also O.J. Simpson supposedly is in the back seat with the gun. At one point, somebody could see a shot of him slumped over in the back seat, so we don't know. We don't know what's going on back there at all.
We had reports in that his voice was slurred, his speech was slurred as he was using the cellular phone to talk to authorities. Again, as Kelly has mentioned, his attorney says he has been taking medication for severe depression throughout the week since this investigation began. Today, charged with 2 murders and then disappeared. And now this is where they have found O.J. Simpson. He has taken them on an hour to an hour and a half long ride through Los Angeles to his own Brentwood home. And right now he is inside that car, and he may have a gun.
Let's listen to what the L.A. stations are saying while we have that opportunity.
If he could see his mother and the children and make some statement perhaps or talk to them, that maybe then there would be a surrender to the police. Did you gain altitude? Are you up at a...
Yes, Hal, we sure did. We're about 2,100 feet above the scene. Okay. That's mean sea level, which puts us up about 1,500 feet above the ground.
You still have an excellent picture, and we can see everything going on at that point, Craig.
Yes, this excellent vantage point from this location. As you can see, as details develop here, we should be able to see quite clearly what will take place.
The helicopter there
O.J. Simpson wrote a letter to his children and to his mother and then to his friends. And his attorney...
Yeah, that letter was read this afternoon.